gather you know who I am,
If
sir.
you please. Mr. Winthrop. Softly. An affliction of the hearing. Sounds of any exaggerated degree cut into my brain like knives.
My apologies.
I'm afraid you're going to have to leave, Mr. Winthrop.
I've come to see Madeline.
That is quite impossible. She is confined to her bed.
Mr. Usher, your sister and I are betrothed.
It was a mistake.
I don't believe that.
Please don't argue with me, sir. You must leave this house now. It is not a healthy place for you to be.
Mr. Usher, I have ridden all the way from Boston to see Madeline, and I do not intend to leave without seeing her. Now, if...
Philip.
Madeline. Madeline, in heaven's name, you must return to your bed.
Madeline.
You came all the way just to see me.
Yes, to see you.
Madeline, I must insist.
We shall talk later, Philip.
Mr. Winthrop is leaving.
Leaving?
I'm not leaving.
He must stay, Roderick. Please let him stay, Roderick.
Very well, he will stay. Now, for pity's sake, return to your bed. What happened?
I think your fireplace needs a screen.
Does it?
I was just admiring this painting here. Is it your own work?
It is.
And you also play this lute?
I do. Mr. Winthrop, are you actually planning to marry my sister?
Mr. Usher, during the time that we spent together in Boston, it never occurred to me that, and I dare say to Madeline either, that we were not destined for each other. When she left me, she said to me, "I will love you forever." Does it seem so incredible then that I would want to marry her?
If you only knew how incredible. And I suppose this vision includes children?
God willing.
God willing. If you knew the nightmare you were picturing for me, sir.
Nightmare?
That is what I said.
Why shouldn't Madeline marry and have children?
Because the Usher line is tainted, Mr. Winthrop.
Tainted, sir.
You saw Madeline and you see me. We are dying, Mr. Winthrop. As you saw her today, she is and will remain. Believe me, sir, I bear you no malice. Were things otherwise, I should welcome you into our family joyously. But under the circumstances, it is quite impossible.
But why do you assume that you are dying?
There are many reasons.
Pray give me one, then.
Madeline and I are like figures of fine glass. The slightest touch and we may shatter. Both of us suffer from a morbid acuteness of the senses. Mine is the worse for having existed the longer, but both of us are afflicted with it. Any sort of food, more exotic than the most pallid mash, is unendurable to my taste buds. Any sort of garment other than the softest is agony to my flesh. My eyes are tormented by all but the faintest illumination. Odors assail me constantly. And as I've said, sounds of any degree whatsoever inspire me with terror.
That's why your servant asked me to remove my boots.
Yes. And even so, I could hear you coming. Every footstep, every rustle of your clothes. I could hear your horse approaching. Hear the clatter of its hooves across the courtyard, your knock. The grating of the doorbolt was like a sword stroke to my ears. I can hear the scratch of rat claws within the stone wall.